because I deserve.
It is loud and it is wet as we welcome you inside CenturyLink Field on a patented rainy afternoon in Seattle, Washington. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Seattle Seahawks. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Cousins now to throw on first down. It's complete to Williams. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
A gain of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
He was brought down at the 40.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
Short yardage. Cousins. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Carlos Dunlap drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. They're able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's second down.
Pickup of 3. Brings up 7.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. He picks up 3 on that carry.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what?
Taylor now. 36, a gain of about 4.
Preston Smith on the
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that.
From the 36, the 23-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 41 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Quick throw out wide to Fuller. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here's Jackson. That is caught inside the 5. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
On the return, the Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it.
Won the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete. Mike Williams the intended target. And now it's 3rd down.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Cousins. He's got Allen. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
To Keenan Allen.
Allen's first catch. Good for a first down.
First down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Kevin White on the tackle.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 33. That one good for 26 and a first down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. To throw, Cousins. Caught by Allen. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And the Jets.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Cousins again. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
2 yards
from the 22. Here's 2nd and 8.
at the 22-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Third and 2, here's Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Pulled in at the 24. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 35-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
A 2nd down throw for Cousins. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. A give to Bell. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
But it's 4th down.
Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. And this one will be down by a member of the kicking team at about the 40-yard line.
At their own 40-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Taylor. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
The tackle man.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Ready? 54. Middle. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Buying time to his left. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And they'll get this down to the 10. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Stepping up, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from 10 yards away. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Well, Lamar Jackson remembers 7 rushing touchdowns in his MVP season of 2019, and he's into the end zone here as well.
And when you hear that 7 rushing touchdowns in 2019, doesn't it surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, you almost expect more, right?
Yeah, in your mind, you're thinking Lamar Jackson got in the end zone a bunch more. That might be what he does in 2020.
Rashad Penny on the return. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle, pockets LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I want to see.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. The give is to Bell. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10.
Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Caught here by Bell. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. He's airing it out for Williams. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
New York.
Mike Williams, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have made this a 1-score game. And that'll make it 13-7.
Makes the score Seahawks 13, Jets 7. Matt Bosher is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Damiere Byrd returning it. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the 1st half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
From the gun, it's Taylor. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Jonathan Taylor, the ball carrier. Nick Bosa on the stop.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action.
6.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. The 30, 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A run there on 1st down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25.
He was brought down by 10.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
On the carry. He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A 3-yard gain.
They go play action. Cousins. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield now, here's Jackson. He's got Fuller. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Barney, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
At the 29-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Jackson from the shotgun. Flush to his right. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe. It's too hot, drop the top off the wagon. Lay back, fire like dragon. Man, I'm flying past Saturn. Out of here like I ain't that savage.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Jonathan Taylor with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Makes the score Seahawks 27, Jets 7.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know.
Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Touchdown.
Le'Veon Bell as the first half is winding down. And the Jets get the quick strike touchdown. And it's blocked. And the Seahawks have it. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I need your help on this one. We just saw an extra point blocked. Do you think the rain had anything to do with it getting blocked?
Everything goes a little bit slower, but I'll tell you what, the snap and the hold, they look good.
Yeah, and most of the time, I love when you bring that up about it getting slower. It's deliberate when it gets slower, right? Because you have to go through it a little bit more. You want to be just a little bit more careful catching the ball, putting it down, and giving them a chance to kick it.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Going for, he's got a man, complete.
Woo! Give me some.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack.
Will Fuller, nobody there to stop him. The 20, 10,
off the field.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Will Fuller, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And they just ran the fly route there, didn't they?
You broke it down perfectly. He ends up catching that one and taking it all the way into the end zone.
Well, thanks. It was pretty simple to break down, though. I mean, that's just a guy going, running on the go route, making a play.
Speed,
kills.
Speed, speed. And what does it do?
It kills.
There you go.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
A gain of 2.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
On play action, Cousins. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
On third down, here's Bell. And some space here. And all the way down to the 12. It's a big run that time by Bell. Give him 58 yards on the ground.
First down.
And a guy that can change the game, shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
2nd and 8.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. 300. 59, Mike. 59, Mike. Check. 59.
Now Cousins. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
On the stop. Brought down back at the 14-yard line.
On third down, Bell. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down.
Gun. Get him. You got it.
Here's Cousins. And this is complete. It's Allen. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Jets try it, but the fourth down play doesn't work. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football.
Let's make these babies cry.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Tie that left. 3 down.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. And Ingram holds it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
46-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now a give to Taylor. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Back to Taylor on 1st down. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll run here with Taylor. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, Brennan, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Stepping up, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are running away with this one. These have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good.
Seahawks 47, Jets.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Bell running on 1st down, but he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. At the 25-yard.
Now this is Le'Veon Bell with a reception. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30.
The ball carrier.
The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Mike, check.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. Now this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Taylor. And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. This time Jackson will throw it. Being chased out left. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
Giorgio Tavecchio on for the field goal. A 54-yard attempt.
That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop. 2nd and 9 from the 44.
2nd and 9.
They'll go again with Bell. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
The Jets on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now Bell. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And he's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard.
Brings up 4th down.
Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. Whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
The tackle made by
that's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down at the 35-yard line.
Jackson now. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. A pass complete here to Conley, and they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards, the final tally.
First down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Cousins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Cousins pass intended for Keenan Allen. Incomplete. Eli Apple on the coverage.
Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And look at this, it's a fake, and he will not make it. They stop him short of the first down. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. First and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to be met at about the 43. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. And they will take a knee here.
Today's final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy,